It's a great honor to be asked to introduce a speaker at any event, but even bigger when it's the commencement speaker at your alma mater, and that speaker is a graduate of Greensboro College. I know in the past we've had many wonderful graduates of Greensboro College that has made the college proud. Some as athletes, actresses, member of Congress, teachers, business leaders, and moms and dads. When my wife read the bio of Dr. Lynette Tannis, she summed it up in one word: remarkable. I could not have said it any better. Lynette is a graduate of Greensboro College's 1995 class. During her 4 years at Greensboro College, she met her best friend and her husband, Milton. She gave birth to their beautiful son, Shakir, broke a few soccer records, earned Coaches and Most Valuable Player awards in basketball and tennis. She was honored for her athletic and academic excellence and was one of GC's distinguished scholars. She also earned the United African American Society Award for contributions on a college community, was awarded the Philip Morris Minority Teaching Scholarship, and was recognized as a Dean's List Scholar, and graduated cum laude. Lynette credits God, her family, and the quality education she received at GC as the strong foundational tools for her educational career. Quite a college resume. Over the past 22 years, Lynette has served in numerous roles in the education field, including as a teacher, a high school coach, a literacy coordinator, a school district administrator, a lecturer, a researcher, a professional developer, and an education delegate for Brazil, China, South Africa, Trinidad, Turkey, and throughout the United States. Currently, she serves as an adjunct lecturer on education at the Harvard Graduate School of Education. Her work as an adjunct lecturer, researcher, and independent education consultant focuses on ensuring juvenile justice educators are well equipped to provide the students in their care with a high-quality education. She's an author of a book published in 2014, is recognized as a national expert on juvenile justice education, and has had numerous public works published in over the past few years. Dr. Tannis holds both a Doctor of Education degree and a Master's of Education Policy and Management degree from Harvard University, a master's degree with distinction in educational administration from Keene University, and yes, a bachelor's degree cum laude in elementary education from Greensboro College. She currently lives in Plainfield, New Jersey, with her husband and their additional amazing son, Nazare, which I saw sitting in the center there a few minutes ago. She's a teacher at heart and spends much of her life praying, thinking, traveling, listening to music, and seeking ways to be a blessing to those within the sphere of her influence. She remains fully committed to ensuring that all children, both free and incarcerated, receive the free, high-quality public education they deserve, and making Greensboro College proud. Please help me welcome 1995 Greensboro College graduate, Dr. Lynette Tannis.
Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to you, the class of 2017, to the Greensboro College Board, President Czarda, faculty and staff, students, graduates, and guests. Thank you for having me here this day to be the commencement speaker. Friday, December 28, 1838, Greensboro College received its charter and opened its doors for the first time Wednesday, April 15, 1846. Its first cohort of students, 87 young women of European descent. Greensboro College was recognized as a beacon, as one of few women's colleges in North Carolina and throughout the United States. During that time, slavery was legal. And also, as we know, women and non-whites were not treated equally. Freedom and opportunities were incongruent, including the inability to vote. June 1848, Greensboro College graduated its first class of 6 students. Saturday, May 13th, 2017, 178 years, 4 months, and 16 days since receiving its charter, we are here today to celebrate the equal opportunities provided by Greensboro College and you, the graduating class of 2017. 233 graduates representing 18 states, 6 countries, and 3 continents, ranging in age from 20 to 67, 38% graduates of color, 44% male graduates. It is my hope that you will endow others with your unique diversity. Today, you are also being recognized as one of our nation's academic elites. According to the 2015 U.S. Census Bureau data, 33% of all U.S. citizens and permanent residents have a bachelor's degree and 11% a master's degree. So congratulations to each of you for starting the race and also seeing it through the finish line. It is my hope that you will endow others with your drive, your smiles, your pursuit for academic excellence, and your commitment to completion. Greensboro College was established to produce wholesome students with strong character and faith. And as an institution, over the years, Greensboro College has been a true testament to those values. Through lightnings and fires and financial woes, Greensboro College stayed true to their mission and kept the faith. And because of that, Greensboro College stands tall today. We are witnesses, even for those of you who attended the baccalaureate ceremony last night, and President Czarda urged us to pray. Pray that we would be able to be outside because the 2,000 plus people who were expected today would not be able to fit in that hall. For those of you who prayed, for those of you who kept the faith, you can see the importance of doing just that. It is my hope that you, graduates, will endow others with your passion, with your purpose, and with your faith. If GC's walls could talk, they might speak about all-nighters, 24-hour power booths, heartbreaks, fake IDs, water balloon fights, racial tension, politics, sexual orientation, but they would also resoundingly speak of compassion and love, of GC pride, of knowledgeable faculty who truly love and care for us, of lifelong friendships. When I began here in 1991, I knew I had been called to be a teacher. My family were immigrants from Trinidad and Tobago, and they came to the United States, the land of opportunity. However, my father of African descent and mother of Indian descent learned very early in the late 1960s that although the land was full of opportunities, the opportunities themselves were disparate, incongruent. And for that reason, they decided to send my siblings and I to schools outside of the town that we lived in. There were very few students, faculty, anyone who looked like my siblings and I, and even worse, the adults in that school did not treat me respectfully. There was one teacher who insisted on calling me Lynn, although my name is Lynette. I would go home often crying, just sad, frustrated, pleading with my parents to please send me to the local school, and they would respond each time, Lynette, the world is a tough and cruel world. This is preparation for life. But no matter how you are treated, treat everyone with respect. As I would converse with my neighborhood friends who looked very much like me, and we would talk about the education programs in our schools, I realized at a very young age that the educational opportunities were also incongruent. I committed myself then that I would one day be a teacher in Plainfield, New Jersey, where I was born and raised, that I would provide every child with love and respect and a high-quality education, no matter what they looked like or where they lived. I am grateful for my faith in God, for my family, some of whom are with us here today, and for the foundation I received at Greensboro College, including the children's literature course taught by the ever-energetic and eclectic Dr. Cates, for providing me with a strong foundation. It is my hope that each of you graduates will endow others, even when you are ostracized, marginalized, or disrespected. God has a plan and purpose for your life, and He will most definitely see you through. As you all know, there are also obstacles that we have in life, some that we bring upon ourselves and others that just sort of happen. For me, at the age of 19, just 3 weeks before my junior year began here, I gave birth to our older son, Shakir. At that time, Milton and I were not married, and my parents, being Christians, were very disappointed, as you can imagine. However, they overflowed my life with their love. I really didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I came here to be a teacher, and that's what I was supposed to do. I refused to fail. I refused to be viewed as a failure. And God often reminded me of Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. It was during that time that I said to God, God, I don't know how you're going to work it out, but you have to work it out because I'm supposed to graduate May 7th, 1995. And by God's grace, I found one daycare center that took children at 4 weeks old. And so, Shakir went to school, and I continued my school. And on Saturday, May 7th, 1995, I was able to graduate on time, only learning the day before during our rehearsal exercises that I was in fact graduating cum laude. After returning to Plainfield, I applied for a teaching position, and I got the job. How excited I was! However, 2 weeks before I was to begin, I received a call from the Human Resources Department. Lynette, there actually is a different exam that the state of New Jersey requires, and so, in fact, I did not have the job. In that moment, I just really had a conversation with God, saying, well, God, I know that I'm supposed to teach. You actually helped me to graduate on time, so I'm just trusting you to help me find a teaching position. One day, no more than 2 days passed, I received a call. It was from a woman named Dr. Owens, a woman I had never met or even heard of before, but she was the principal of Oak Hill Elementary School in High Point, North Carolina at that time. She asked for me, and as I spoke, she said, Lynette, are you looking for a teaching position? Was I ever? Yes, actually I am. I was certified in North Carolina, so we had a series of phone interviews, and she asked me to come in physically for a final interview. My sister and I, late one Friday night, hopped in the car, drove down to GC, actually crashed in the dorms about 3 o'clock in the morning when we arrived, and I went for my interview at 9 o'clock in the morning in High Point. My sister and I prayed in the car before I went in, and I'm sure during the 2 hours she sat in the car was also praying, and I, in fact, did get that teaching position. God knew I needed that additional layer of foundation before I continued my journey back to Plainfield. Graduates, it is my hope that you will endow others with unconditional love, and that you will recognize that obstacles will come, sometimes in your own doing, and other times it just is what it is. But that you will approach life with a laser-like focus and keep the faith. My quest for justice continues. In 2009, when I was accepted to Harvard to work on my doctorate, I thought that my research would focus on effective school leadership, something along those lines. But it was when I started researching juvenile justice education, a population, as we know, is overwhelmingly children of color, children with special needs, and youth who are impoverished. I recognized once again this educational injustice, and I knew this was my path. While I am still focused on ensuring that all children are loved and respected, that all children receive a high-quality education, I now know that the all includes those who are free and also those who are incarcerated. My prayer for the past 7 years has been, Father God, help me to be a better wife, a better mother, a better sister, a better daughter, a better aunt, a better cousin, a better niece, a better in-law, a better granddaughter, a better servant. And Father God, as you enlarge my territory, as you increase my sphere of influence, use me to be a blessing for others. And I will tell you that as I put others first, God continues to elevate me and use me for His good. It is my hope, graduates, that you will endow others by praying for them and also providing them with your service. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Today we celebrate you. You earned your degrees. Congratulations. But just know this degree is not just about you. This degree is for you to use to positively impact the lives throughout this world within your sphere of influence. Mother Teresa once said, I alone cannot create change throughout the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. Graduates, for the past 22 years since graduating from Greensboro College, I have been casting stones, creating ripples across the waters of educational injustice. My unique print includes that of being able to author the first ever juvenile justice book that provides a systems level view for juvenile justice educators as well as the educational programs. While we celebrate our commonalities, it is also important that you understand your uniqueness. You see, you may or may not know your birth mother or birth parents. You may or may not have a good relationship with your parents. However, one thing you should know and be very thankful for is this. The man and the woman who came together to make you, while you were in your mother's womb, a combination of the amniotic fluid and you flailing around with your hands and your feet is actually what caused your fingerprints and footprints by the time you were 6 months in your mother's womb. It is the reason why there is no twins or quintuplets even who have the same print. It is my hope, graduates, that you will embrace your uniqueness and that you will use your unique prints to cast a stone across many seas to create positive change in our world. As each of you come across the stage and receive your degrees, you will receive a stone to commemorate this day. It is Greensboro College's gift to you that will hopefully help you remember this moment, but also signify your need to have a profound impact in our world. Well, before the band starts to play as my cue to take a seat, allow me to provide you, GC Class of 2017, with my final ode. So here we go. Some of you thought this day wouldn't be possible, that getting this degree was just a dream, and yet you sit here with smiling faces, being recognized as a member of our nation's elite percent of 11 and 33. But remember, this degree is about more than mere status. It is about bettering yourself. It is about bettering others. It is about climbing that selfless lattice. With your unique prints, go forth, create positive ripples, make GC proud. But most importantly, remember to be a blessing to all those within your sphere of influence with everything you are able to endow. Congratulations, graduates.
Dr. Tannis just did that without any notes. Getting to know Dr. Tannis over the past 2 years, we're very different, but there are some similarities. I too am first-generation American. My family is Hungarian, and I grew up in Somerville, New Jersey, just a few minutes away. But I can't do what she just did, and I was sitting there trying to figure out why. I made the mistake of not coming to Greensboro College.